Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Now, much like a lot of you out there that have kids, Saturday was opening day for some baseball, t-ball, soccer, lots of things were opening up yesterday, and that was my day, my daughter's first soccer game of the year, and they won, which isn't the most, wait a second. Yeah, I'm Gen X. Yeah, they won. But everybody had a good time, and by the way, Pete is her coach, by the way. So that's what I spent my day doing yesterday, but this is the info that you're gonna wanna have to figure out what you wanna do this upcoming week. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna try to decide, do you go out to the Columbia or do you spend your time on the Willamette? Now, based on the reports that I got yesterday and a couple, not necessarily vague reports, but reports that weren't great already this morning, it's a pretty tough call. I mean, there isn't anywhere that I would say is, well, let me put it this way. Lower in the systems that you are, the better off you would be on getting bit. Not that you're not going to be able to get bit throughout the whole thing, because my plan is to be about as high up as you can get in both of those rivers this upcoming week. So we'll try to get you lined out. Again, you're just going to have to kind of find out what works best for yourself, or at least the timing. But let's go ahead and take a look at the fish counts. Not much has changed since yesterday. They just have not updated, although the Columbia at Bonneville may have updated. It did. Our best day so far is 40. Now, I already mentioned the 10-year average has yet to show any sort of a rise in that 10-year average. So there's nothing really to show. The fish have just not migrated, and they really shouldn't. Although it seems like things are behind, we just have to be a little optimistic and hope that the next couple of days on the Columbia are interesting, because I will certainly be out there burning herring, lots of it, and hopefully the right way. Let's take a look at river levels. Nothing's going to change here, although, just like I mentioned yesterday, we do have some larger tides that are coming. This is in the Oregon City area. Yes, the tide does play with that. The question that I did get yesterday, where was I when I got bit? I'm going to kind of keep that to myself, but it was on right at the turn of the outgoing tide. So it does change things, even all the way up by the falls at Oregon City. So nothing too dramatic here. You just got taller tides to play around with. If you can pick a perfect time, it's going to be an hour before or after either the low or high tide. If you're like me and you just go when you can, obviously pay attention to them if you can. Turbidity, not an issue at all, right down in the 4s, maybe a little bit under that. Taking a look at the Columbia, same thing, nothing dramatic going on here, just tides, big tide changes, of course. When you get 3-foot exchanges, those are relatively tall. It will change the current speed. The turbidity on the Columbia is about the same as the Willamette in the 3s, so nothing to be concerned with there. Unfortunately, at least for me, it just takes excuses away. And you've all heard as many of my excuses that I've had over the years. Although, if you want to help out, maybe there could be some more fish in the future. You want to be a member of the CCA, trust me. I know there's a lot of folks out there that, or we'll go ahead and go to this one. Maybe I'm missing my track. Oh no, I was right the first time. Washington CCA's got a meeting coming up April 10th at 6 p.m. If you are not a member of the CCA, look at that old photo. Look at that. I know that guy, and I know the spot. That's been around a little while. Southwest Washington chapter meeting is coming up again on the 6th at 6 p.m. or the 10th at 6 p.m. If you're a member, go check them out. Enjoy yourself. It's always a great event. But maybe if you're not a member and you're trying to decide if you would like to be, this is a great chance that you can go meet like-minded folks and see if this is an organization for you. I have backed them since day one for a reason. This is as much as I'm going to put to it. Now, send an email to Jason Hamley over at Procure. You might have a chance to win the prize pack each week. And yes, it's a real prize pack. And yes, there's a winner. Every Monday they draw that and you're notified right away. So certainly a reason to do so. And I can guarantee you that Procure was in the mix for me for sure. So what's really going to happen with our weather? Things have changed a bit since yesterday, hopefully for the better. I know that a lot of us like to have, decent weather, not raining too hard, not too windy. So hopefully in the big picture of things, we can expect to have some decent weather Monday, Tuesday before everything closes on the Columbia. But at the very least, it is a long week, and post that closure on Tuesday, what can you expect after that? We got Katie, the guys? There we go. Katie, how are you?
I'm doing well. I've been watching all the boats out here.
Yeah, see, that's my favorite shot, especially this time of year. That's one of our most popular areas, right between the I-5 bridge and the railroad bridge, which you can't quite see in that shot.
Yeah.
But that's one of the most popular spots that we troll for salmon.
I think I saw about 6 boats at one point moving through there. So.
When things get good, Katie, I'll tell you, you'll see 100.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen them. I just haven't seen it at this time in the morning. There's a couple out there you can see going through. Here's what we were talking about. So Owens mentioned there were some changes, and this is what we are seeing. This is that second system that came through that gave us the cooler temperatures yesterday in the showers. This ridge is building in. That hasn't changed. It is coming through. Looks like we'll start to see the highest impacts of it by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and then instead of it dropping down on Friday or Saturday like it looked yesterday, it now looks like the ridge wants to break down a little sooner and bring in the cooler temperatures and the showery weather on Friday. Stay with us Friday, Saturday, and then start to move on Sunday, which there's now a chance that we could have that next ridge. And that's, we've talked about this, our spring pattern, trough ridge, trough ridge, trough ridge. That's what we see in typical springs. With that ridge, you see those snow levels going up. Now, we did get about 8 inches at the top, about 3 to 4 at government camp, so right around what we expected, maybe a little more, and then they drop back down as that next trough comes through. How much rain are we going to see the next couple of days? Not much. You'll see 1/100 of an inch here or there. So in total, about 4/100 of an inch. Some models show a little more than that, but really we're not looking at much up to 1/10 of an inch or so. And then the only 2 days we say are good for being dry would be Wednesday and Thursday. There's showers the rest of the days, which you see right here on your extended forecast. And even that Friday, Saturday with that ridge breaking down, the trough coming in, our temperatures are back to average with a few showers. So there you go, spring in the Pacific Northwest.
It continues. I don't mind that. You know, if we're not going to get 30-mile-an-hour gusts and torrential rain when you're out there grinding out for a salmon, that's fine with us. Katie?
Yeah, and yesterday was a little, I was out at a baseball game, so I was cold and showery. This next weekend, we have another game on Saturday. That looks a little better.
Very good, Katie. Thank you. Have a great week. Okay, we'll see you on Saturday. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we've got a quick video for you from Les Schwab. Reminders that you need to have going through spring and into summer to make sure that your rig is safe, your trailer is safe, that your alignment is good to go, brakes, tires, all of that. We'll have that when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.